Welcome to the ultimate deep dive into the most anticipated draft class in a generation. As we hit the heart of this season, the college basketball landscape has been completely reshaped by a freshman class that scouts are calling the best since 2003. From the undefeated dominance of Arizona to the scoring explosions at Kansas and BYU, the talent on display is truly unprecedented. This isn't just a list of names, it's a roadmap for the future of the NBA. We've seen mid-major sleepers climb into the lottery and established stars solidify their status as franchise cornerstones. Whether you're a fan of a tanking NBA team or a college hoops junkie, this ranking covers everything you need to know. We will be counting down from 50 to 1, breaking down the game of every elite prospect. Strap in, because the race for the number one pick has never been this insane. Tugler is the ultimate defensive anchor for Kelvin Sampson's Houston squad, playing with a level of physicality that few can match. Standing at 6'8", but playing much larger due to his explosive vertical and 7'4" wingspan. He is a nightmare for opposing centers. His value lies in his ability to switch 1 through 5, a trait that modern NBA GMs covet in a versatile bench big. Offensively, he's mostly a rim runner and a lob threat, but his energy on the offensive glass keeps possessions alive. While he isn't a primary scorer, his defensive steals and blocks are through the roof. He is the kind of high motor glue guy who contributes to winning without needing a single play called for him. De Larrea is a tall, creative Spanish playmaker who's been turning heads with his vision and flair in European pro leagues. Standing 6'7", he has the size to see over the defense and make high-level reads that most point guards can't. He is a master of the pick and roll, using his change of pace to keep defenders off balance. While he isn't an elite athlete, his craftiness and basketball IQ allow him to find openings in the defense. His outside shot is improving, though it remains the key to his NBA ceiling. For a team looking for a point forward archetype, De Larrea is a fascinating long-term prospect. Grunloh is a fundamentally sound German big man who's brought a refined European skill set to the ACC. He's an excellent rim protector, using his 7-foot frame to wall up without fouling, which is rare for a younger player. Offensively, he shows flashes of being a high-low passer and has a soft touch around the rim. He's starting to extend his range out to the perimeter, showing a smooth shooting stroke that hints at future floor spacing potential. While he needs to add more weight to handle NBA physicality, his feel for the game is advanced. He's a high-floor prospect who projects as a reliable rotation big. Allen is a versatile 6'8" wing who fits the modern 3-and-D archetype perfectly. At Alabama, he thrives in Nate Oates' high-tempo system, where his ability to run the floor and finish in transition is maximized. He is a disruptive on-ball defender, using his long arms to bother smaller guards and his strength to hold his own against forwards. His perimeter shooting has become more consistent, making him a dangerous floor spacer when the Crimson Tide's lead guards penetrate. Allen doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective, which makes him an easy fit for any NBA roster. If his off-the-dribble creation continues to develop, his ceiling could rise significantly. Carr remains the most electric vertical athlete in college basketball, regularly appearing on highlight reels for his rim-rocking dunks. His explosive first step and ability to finish through contact make him a constant threat in the open court. Beyond the highlights, Carr has improved his defensive awareness under Tom Izzo, becoming a reliable weak side shot blocker. The big question remains his jump shot, which is still a work in progress in terms of range and consistency. However, his physical tools and high motor give him a floor as a high energy transition specialist. If he can become a league average shooter, he becomes a dangerous two-way wing. Miller is a 6'11" unicorn prospect who possesses the ball handling and vision of a player much smaller. After transferring to Cincinnati, he has found a role that allows him to act as a secondary playmaker, initiating fast breaks off the rebound. His length makes him a versatile defender who can switch out onto the perimeter or protect the paint in a pinch. While scoring production can be streaky, his utility as a Swiss Army knife big man is undeniable. He needs to continue to sharpen his decision-making and shot selection to fully unlock his potential. For NBA teams, he represents a high-upside project who could become a nightmare matchup. Karaban is the quintessential winning player. Having played a massive role in UConn's recent dominance, he's a lethal floor spacer with a quick release, making him one of the best shooters in the country regardless of position. His basketball IQ is off the charts, consistently making the right cut or the extra pass to keep the offense moving. Defensively, he is tough and fundamentally sound, though he lacks the elite lateral quickness of top-tier NBA wings. Karaban is the type of player who can step into an NBA rotation tomorrow and contribute to a playoff team. His value lies in his reliability, shooting gravity, and championship pedigree. Daniels is a smooth, athletic guard who has become the primary defender for Melbourne United this season. He has a tight handle and an effortless ability to get to his spots in the mid-range, where he's exceptionally efficient. His playmaking has also taken a leap, showing better vision in pick-and-roll situations to find shooters in the corner. Defensively, he uses his quick hands to disrupt ball handlers and start fast breaks. While he still needs to improve his efficiency from beyond the three-point arc, his natural scoring instincts are high level. He's an elite defender who could thrive in a six-man role at the next level. Smith is the veteran heart of Purdue, a gritty floor general who simply knows how to win. He's one of the best passers in the country, possessing an innate ability to manipulate defenses and find open teammates with pinpoint accuracy. His shooting is elite, particularly off the catch, which makes him a dangerous threat when he plays off the ball. Despite being undersized by NBA standards, his toughness and high IQ allow him to hold his own defensively. He's a coach's dream who maximizes every ounce of his talent. NBA teams will value him as a high-level backup point guard who can run a second unit with poise. Ejiofor has transformed into a defensive monster under Rick Pitino, becoming one of the most feared rim protectors in the Big East. He plays with an incredible motor, chasing down blocks and snagging boards with a level of aggression that is contagious. His physical strength allows him to post up smaller defenders, but his primary offensive value comes from putbacks and rim running. He has shown flashes of a mid-range jumper, which could be a significant development for his pro prospects. While he is still a bit raw offensively, his defensive floor is incredibly high. He is a blue-collar big man who could thrive in a high-intensity NBA system. Tanner has emerged as one of the most improved prospects in this draft class. His defensive metrics are jarring, as he currently leads the SEC in steal and block rate for guards his size. While scouts remain wary of how his frame will translate to the NBA, his sheer production against top 25 teams is impossible to ignore. He has established himself as one of the premier closers in the country, often taking over the final 4 minutes of SEC games. Tanner represents the ultimate bet on skill, speed, and basketball IQ over traditional physical height. Veesaar is a skilled 7-footer from Estonia who's provided UNC with a unique offensive dimension this year. He has a soft touch for the perimeter, making him a dangerous pick-and-pop threat who can pull opposing centers out of the paint. His passing for a big man is exceptional, often finding cutters from the high post with ease. Defensively, his length makes him a natural shot blocker, though he still needs to add bulk to handle more physical post players. Veesaar's blend of size and skill is rare, making him a high-upside modern big prospect. If he can improve his interior toughness, he could be a steal in the draft. Momcilovic is one of the purest shooters in college basketball, possessing a high-release jumper that is almost impossible to block. He excels in Iowa State's system as the primary floor spacer who can also score in the mid-post with an array of fadeaways. His footwork is advanced for a player of his age, allowing him to create separation against quicker defenders. While he isn't an elite vertical athlete, his length and smarts make him a passable team defender. He is a specialist who brings gravity to any offense he joins. NBA teams looking for a knockdown shooter with size will have him high on their boards. Okorie is a fast-rising freshman wing who's become the go-to scorer for Stanford in late-game situations. He has an elite physical profile with broad shoulders and a long wingspan, allowing him to finish through contact with ease. His jump shot has been much better than expected, showing range and consistency from beyond the arc. Defensively, he has the tools to be a shutdown wing, showing great lateral movement and a high energy level. While he is still learning the nuances of team defense, his raw potential is through the roof. Okorie is the classic late bloomer who could see his stock skyrocket. Swain is a hyper-versatile 6'8" wing with a massive wingspan that makes him a defensive terror on the perimeter. He has a unique ability to play multiple positions, often acting as a secondary playmaker for Texas due to his vision and handle. His offensive game is still catching up to his defensive prowess, but he has shown flashes of becoming a reliable slash-and-kick threat. He thrives in transition, where he can use his long strides to outrun defenders. To reach his full potential, he needs to become a more consistent threat from the three-point line. Swain is a high upside gamble for a team that values defensive flexibility. Avdalas is a highly touted Greek prospect who's brought his professional experience to the ACC this season. He is a tall physical guard who excels at getting to the rim and finishing through traffic. His playmaking instincts are sharp, showing an ability to find the open man even when under duress. Defensively, he is tough and competitive, using his size to bother both guard positions. His shooting is the primary swing skill. When he's hitting from deep, he looks like a lottery pick. He is a gritty, pro-ready player who should have an immediate impact at this level. Bidunga is a physical marvel, a 6'9" center who plays with a level of explosive athleticism that is rarely seen. He is a rim runner extraordinaire, consistently beating opposing bigs down the court for easy transition dunks. His shot blocking is elite, using his quick second jump to reject attempts that most defenders can't reach. While his offensive game is currently limited to dunks and putbacks, his efficiency is off the charts. He has the potential to be a high-level rim runner and protector. In the NBA, similar to a young Clint Capella. If he can develop a simple post hook or mid-range shot, his value will only increase. Harris is a smooth-scoring wing who has been a revelation for Wake Forest this season, showing an advanced bag of offensive moves. He has a natural feel for scoring, whether it's pulling up off the dribble or working off screens to find open looks. His size of the wing position allows him to shoot over smaller defenders with ease. While his defense is still a work in progress, his offensive upside is among the best in the mid-first round range. Harris is a bucket getter who can provide an instant offensive spark. NBA teams will look at him as a potential high-level scoring option off the bench. Jefferson is a versatile forward who does a little bit of everything for Iowa State, acting as the ultimate glue guy. He's a strong rebounder, a capable floor spacer, and a savvy passer from the high post. His defensive versatility is his calling card, as he has the strength to bang inside and the feet to stay with wings on the perimeter. He plays with a high IQ and rarely makes mistakes, making him a favorite of the coaching staff. While he may not have the highest ceiling in the draft, his floor as a reliable rotation forward is very high. He is a plug-and-play prospect who helps teams win games. Toppin is an elite rebounder and interior finisher who's been a double-double machine for Texas Tech. He has a nose for the ball, consistently outworking opponents on the offensive glass to create second-chance opportunities. His touch around the rim is soft, and he has shown an improved ability to hit short-range jumpers. Defensively, he is a solid rim protector who uses his length and timing to alter shots. While he isn't a primary floor spacer, his efficiency and motor make him a valuable frontcourt piece. He projects as a high-energy rotation big who can provide a physical presence in the paint. Moreno is a 7'1" giant with surprisingly nimble feet and a soft touch around the basket. He has become a focal point of Kentucky's interior defense, using his massive frame to deter drivers and secure boards. Offensively, he is an efficient finisher on lobs and dump-off passes, and he's starting to show flashes of a mid-range game. His passing for a player of his size is an underrated part of his game, often finding shooters when the defense collapses on him. He needs to continue building his core strength to handle NBA centers, but his raw tools are elite. Moreno is a high upside traditional center prospect with modern mobility. Thomas is an electric, creative scorer who has flourished in John Calipari's guard-heavy system at Arkansas. He has an elite bag with the ability to create his own shot against almost any defender. His change of pace and shifty handle make him a nightmare in isolation, and he's a fearless finisher at the rim. While he can be a high-volume shooter, his ability to get hot and carry an offense for stretches is undeniable. He also shows great intensity on the defensive end, using his quickness to harass ball handlers. Thomas is a high-octane scoring guard who could thrive in the wide-open NBA game. Stirtz is a high IQ playmaker who's been the engine behind Iowa's potent offense this season. He's an exceptional passer with vision in the back of his head, consistently setting up teammates for easy looks. His shooting has been a major weapon, particularly his ability to hit deep threes off the dribble. While he isn't the most explosive athlete, his craftiness and use of angles allows him to get into the paint at will. Defensively, he's a smart team player who anticipates rotations well. Stirtz is a pure point guard who makes everyone around him better, making him a safe bet for any NBA backcourt. Anderson is a lightning-quick guard who's become one of the best perimeter defenders in the country. He plays with a relentless dog mentality, hounding ball handlers for the full 94 feet and forcing constant turnovers. Offensively, he is a blur in transition and has developed a reliable three-point shot that defenses must respect. His ability to penetrate and kick has opened up the offense for his teammates at Texas Tech. While he's on the smaller side, his speed and tenacity more than make up for it. Anderson is a high-energy spark plug who could change the tempo of an NBA game in an instant. Evans is a tall, slender scoring wing with a microwave ability to heat up from the perimeter. He has a smooth, high-release jumper that allows him to score over defenders in isolation or off screens. His length is a major asset on the defensive end, where he can disrupt passing lanes and contest shots effectively. While he needs to add significant weight to his frame to handle NBA physicality, his natural scoring instincts are among the best in this class. He thrives in high-pressure moments and isn't afraid to take the big shot. Evans is a boomer-bust prospect with the potential to be a high-level NBA wing scorer. Ngongba is a classic modern center who brings a blend of size, strength, and defensive IQ to the Duke frontcourt. He is a wall in the paint, using his broad shoulders to hold his ground and his length to reject shots. Offensively, he is a disciplined screener and a reliable finisher around the rim, showing a soft touch on his hooks. He also has shown flashes of being a capable three-point shooter, which would greatly enhance his pro potential. His passing out of the post is an underrated skill, showing great patience and vision. Ngongba is a high-floor big man who projects as a solid NBA starter. Carr is a high upside wing with an elite combination of size, length, and shooting ability. He has become a key floor spacer for Baylor, showing his ability to hit deep threes with a quick, repeatable motion. His athleticism is underrated, as he can finish above the rim in transition or off baseline cuts. Defensively, his long arms make him a pest in passing lanes, and he has the mobility to switch onto smaller guards. He's still developing his off-the-dribble game, but his 3-and-D foundation is already very strong. Carr is a player who could see a massive rise in stock as teams look for versatile wings. Johnson has been a revelation at Michigan, providing a physical, high-energy presence in the paint next to Aday Mara. He is a relentless rebounder who attacks the glass on every possession, often leading to easy second-chance points. His defensive intensity is a hallmark of his game, as he is a mobile big who can switch onto the perimeter or protect the paint. Offensively, he's a powerful finisher who's also showing an improved mid-range and three-point jumper. His passing out of the high-low sets has also been a major surprise, showing great chemistry with his teammates. Johnson is a winning player whose motor and versatility make him an intriguing NBA prospect. Mullins is one of the best shooters in the country, possessing a lightning-quick release and deep range. He thrives in UConn's movement-heavy offense, constantly curling off screens and making defenses pay for any bit of space. Beyond his shooting, he is a smart cutter and a capable secondary playmaker who doesn't turn the ball over. Defensively, he's fundamentally sound and plays with high energy, though he isn't an elite lateral athlete. His shooting gravity is his biggest selling point, as he can change the spacing of an entire game. Mullins is a plug-and-play NBA wing who will provide immediate floor spacing. Quaintance is a physical specimen, a young but incredibly strong center who dominates the paint with his sheer power. He's one of the best rim protectors in the nation, using his explosive leap and timing to reject shots at a high rate. Offensively, he is a force on the glass and a powerful finisher who dunks everything in sight. He's still developing his offensive skill set, but his defensive floor is already elite. His motor is high, and he plays with a level of aggression that is rare for a player of his age. Quaintance is a high upside defensive anchor who could become a cornerstone of an NBA defense, and he is a great buy low candidate since he's coming off an injury. Burries has been a key piece of Arizona's elite offense, showing a level of poise and maturity that is rare for a freshman. He's a versatile guard who can play on or off the ball, providing both scoring and playmaking for the Wildcats. His physical strength allows him to finish through contact at the rim, and his jump shot is reliable from beyond the arc. Defensively, he is tough and disciplined, often taking on the toughest perimeter assignment. He doesn't have off nights in terms of effort, making him a favorite of NBA scouts looking for winning players. Burries is a safe, high-floor prospect who projects as a long-term NBA starter. Lopez is a smooth, versatile wing from Mexico who's been sharpening his game against professionals in the NBL. Standing 6'8", he has the size to play multiple positions and the skill set to act as a secondary playmaker. His shooting has become a major weapon, showing deep range and a quick release off the catch. Defensively, his length and mobility allow him to be a disruptive force on the perimeter. He plays with a high IQ and a great feel for the game, which is evident in his decision-making. Lopez is one of the highest upside international prospects in the class, with an NBA-ready frame and skill set. Lendeborg is a late bloomer who's become one of the most productive players in the country at Michigan. He's a double-double machine with a 7'4" wingspan that he uses to dominate the boards and protect the paint. His offensive game is refined, showing an ability to score in the post or face up and hit mid-range jumpers. His passing from the high post is exceptional. Defensively, he is versatile and mobile, showing an ability to switch onto guards and hold his own. Lendeborg's unique blend of size, feel, and motor makes him one of the most intriguing older prospects in this draft class. Hout is the ultimate glue guy for Florida, a high-energy forward who impacts the game in a variety of ways. He is a versatile defender who can guard 1 through 5, using his mobility and strength to bother opponents. Offensively, he is a reliable floor spacer and an athletic cutter who finishes well around the rim. His basketball IQ is very high, consistently making the right rotation or the extra pass to keep the offense flowing. He is a high-motor player who doesn't need plays called for him to be effective. Hout is the kind of versatile, high-energy player that every NBA contender wants in their rotation. Arenas is an elite scoring guard with a deep bag and limitless range. He has a natural feel for scoring, showing an ability to hit contested jumpers and finish with creativity at the rim. His handle is tight, allowing him to create space against almost any defender in isolation. While his defense and playmaking are still catching up to his scoring, his raw offensive potential is through the roof. He plays with a level of confidence and swagger that is reminiscent of his father. Arenas is a box office prospect who could become a high-level NBA scoring threat. Cenac is a 6'10" physical marvel who's flourished in Houston's tough, defensive-minded culture. He's a versatile frontcourt player who can protect the rim with his 7'4" wingspan or switch onto the perimeter and hold his own against guards. Offensively, he's an athletic rim runner and a dangerous threat on the offensive glass. He's starting to show flashes of a face-up game and a mid-range jumper, which would make him a truly modern NBA big. His motor is high, and his physical tools are among the best in the class. Cenac is a high upside prospect who projects as a versatile defensive-minded NBA starter. Yessoufou is a physical, explosive wing who plays with a level of intensity that few can match. He is a bully ball scorer who thrives on getting to the rim and finishing through contact. His defensive potential is elite, as he has the strength to guard forwards and the quickness to stay with guards. His perimeter shooting has been a focus of his development, and he is showing a more consistent stroke from beyond the arc. He's a high motor player who impacts winning through his sheer effort and physical dominance. Yessoufou is a dog on the court who would bring an immediate edge to any NBA rotation. Acuff is an electric, high-scoring point guard who's been the offensive engine for Arkansas this season. He is a master of the pick and roll, using his tight handle and change of pace to get into the paint and create for himself or others. His shooting is a major weapon, particularly his ability to hit deep threes off the dribble. While he is a score-first point guard, his playmaking has improved significantly, showing better vision and decision-making. Defensively, he uses his quickness to harass ball handlers and force turnovers. Acuff is a microwavable scoring threat who could thrive in the NBA wide-open style of play. Mara is a 7'3" Spanish giant with the vision and passing ability of a point guard. Since transferring to Michigan, he's become a focal point of their offense, often acting as a playmaker from the high post, who finds cutters with ease. His size makes him a natural rim protector, where he leads the Big Ten in blocks per game. Offensively, he has a soft touch around the basket and is nearly impossible to guard in the post due to his height and skill. He's working on improving his mobility to handle NBA switches, but his unique skill set is undeniable. Mara is a rare prospect whose passing and size makes him an intriguing modern big man. Philon is a smooth, high IQ point guard who's been the steady hand for Alabama's high-octane offense. He's an exceptional playmaker with a great feel for the game, consistently making the right read in transition or the half court. His shooting has been elite, showing the ability to hit deep threes with a quick release. Defensively, he's a smart team player who anticipates rotations well and generates steals. He doesn't have elite pop, but his craftiness and use of angles allows him to get to the paint at will. Philon is a pure floor general who projects as a reliable NBA starter for years to come. Steinbach is a fundamentally sound German big man who's taken the Big Ten by storm with his efficiency and toughness. He is a double-double machine who dominates the boards and provides an elite interior presence on both ends. Offensively, he has a soft touch around the rim and a refined post game that includes a reliable hook shot. He is also starting to extend his range out to the three-point line, making him a dangerous pick-and-pop threat. Defensively, he is a wall in the paint and a high IQ team defender who rarely makes mistakes. Steinbach is a high-floor prospect who projects as a solid, starting caliber NBA big. Peat is a versatile 6'8" forward who's been the winner and the heart of Arizona's run. He plays with a level of physical maturity that is rare for a freshman, using his strength to bully defenders and finish through contact. His basketball IQ is off the charts, consistently making the right play whether it's a pass, a cut, or a defensive rotation. He's a versatile defender who can guard multiple positions and switch with ease. While he isn't a nuclear athlete, his skill and feel for the game are among the best in his class. Peat is a plug-and-play prospect who impacts winning in every phase of the game. Wagler has been the biggest surprise in all of college basketball, exploding from an unranked prospect to a potential top 10 pick. He's a 6'6" guard with elite shooting range, evidenced by his historic 46-point game against Purdue. Beyond his shooting, he is a savvy playmaker who's thrived after moving to the point guard position for the Illini. His efficiency is off the charts, currently sitting on a 50-40-80 shooting split. Defensively, he is tough and competitive, using his length to bother ball handlers. Wagler's meteoric rise is a testament to his skill and work ethic, and he projects as a high-level NBA floor spacer and a secondary creator. Flemings is a hyper-athletic, high-octane point guard who's been a perfect fit in Kelvin Sampson's aggressive system. His speed is elite tier, allowing him to go coast to coast in a blur and finish at the rim with creativity. His on-ball defense is relentless, hounding ball handlers and forcing turnovers that fuel Houston's transition game. He has shown an improved mid-range jumper and better decision-making in the half-court as the season has progressed. His motor never stops, and he plays with a level of intensity that is contagious. Flemings is a high-upside, burst athlete who could become one of the best point guards in the league. Brown is a polished, high-skill guard who's been the catalyst for Louisville's resurgence this season. He is an elite shooter from the perimeter, showing the ability to hit deep threes off the catch or the dribble. His playmaking is sharp, showing a great feel for the pick and roll and an ability to manipulate defenses with his eyes. While he has a slender frame, his toughness and IQ allow him to be an effective team defender. He plays with a calm poise and is rarely sped up by defensive pressure. Brown is a pure offensive talent who projects as a high-level NBA starter and floor general. Ament is the draft's biggest mystery, a 6'10" unicorn with the skill set of a point guard. He has a smooth, effortless jump shot with deep range, and he can handle the ball and create his own shot in isolation. His length makes him a disruptive defender who can protect the rim or switch onto wings. The mystery lies in his consistency. Some nights he looks like the best player in the country, while others he can be passive. He's a finesse player who avoids physicality, which polarizes NBA scouts. However, his raw ceiling is as high as anyone's in this class, and he represents the ultimate high-risk, high-reward prospect. Wilson is a hyper-versatile 6'10" forward who single-handedly transformed UNC into a national title contender. He's an elite two-way player, providing lockdown defense on the perimeter and elite rim protection as a weak side helper. Offensively, he is a dynamic slasher who can also step out and hit three-pointers at a reliable clip. His passing is an underrated part of his game, often acting as a secondary playmaker for the Tar Heels. He plays with a competitive edge and a high motor that never wavers. Wilson is a modern wing prototype who would be a perfect fit in any NBA system. Bouger is the most efficient and fundamentally sound prospect we've seen in years, currently the frontrunner for National Player of the Year. Standing 6'9", with a pro-ready frame, he is a double-double machine who dominates the glass and scores with ease in the post. His basketball IQ is generational, consistently making the right read for the Blue Devils. He is a reliable jump shot out to the three-point line, and is an exceptional passer for his size. Defensively, he is disciplined and tough, rarely out of position and always in the right spot to help. Bouger is a can't-miss prospect who will be an all-star early in his career. Peterson is an elite three-level scoring guard who Bill Self has compared to Kevin Durant in terms of his ease of scoring. He has a deep bag of offensive moves, including a lethal mid-range game and deep range from beyond the arc. His physical strength and 6'5" frame allows him to finish through contact and bully smaller guards in the post. Despite dealing with midseason injuries, his production has been historic, often carrying the Jayhawks through tough stretches. Defensively, he is competitive and uses his length to disrupt ball handlers. Peterson is a pro-ready, superstar scorer who's a lock for the top two in this draft class. Dybonsa is a consensus top 3 pick, a 6'9" wing with transcendent scoring ability and a generational physical profile. He recently set a BYU freshman record with 43 points, showing an unguardable mix of perimeter shooting, explosive drives, and mid-range fadeaways. His ceiling is higher than anyone's in this class, with many comparing his offensive gravity to a young Kevin Durant or Jason Tatum. Defensively, his length and athleticism give him the tools to be an elite wing stopper at the next level. He has carried BYU into the national spotlight, proving he can handle the pressure of being the number one guy. Dybonsa is a franchise-altering talent who is ready to lead an NBA team from day one. And there you have it, the definitive 2026 NBA Draft Big Board, as we head into the madness of March. This class is truly special, not just for the star power at the very top with Dybonsa and Peterson, but for the incredible depth of winning players found throughout the top 50. We've seen freshman records shattered, undefeated streaks maintained, and unranked sleepers become lottery locks in the span of a few months. The versatility in this group, from 7-foot pass-first bigs like Aday Mara to elite mystery wings like Nate Ament, is exactly what the modern NBA is looking for. As the tournament approaches, many of these rankings will be tested under the bright lights of the big dance, where legacies are made. Keep a close eye on these 50 names, because they aren't just the future of college basketball, they are the future of the league. Thank you all for joining us for this deep dive, and make sure to stay tuned as we track these prospects all the way to draft night. Who is your number one pick? Let us know, and we'll see you in the next breakdown.